Hello, you're watching Nazna News Stream, bringing you the latest developments from Eritrea, Africa and around the world, keeping you informed and connected to the truth. These are today's headlines. Official commemoration of Fenkell Operation. Switzerland ends development aid to Eritrea. U.S. Embassy issues security alert in Uganda. African leaders seek to end DRC conflicts. FIFA suspends Congolese Football Federation. Israel and Hamas conduct fifth prisoner swap. China hands for survivors following landslide in Xinhua province. And missing Alaska plane found with all 10 people on board presumed dead. News in brief. The 35th anniversary of the Fenkell Operation was officially commemorated today under the theme Fenkell the Right Choice. The event, attended by President Isaias Afwerki, senior government officials and citizens, began with the president laying a wreath at Toilet Martyr Cemetery to honor the fallen heroes of Eritrea's struggle for independence. Ms. Asmarat Abraha, governor of the North region, stated that this year's commemoration highlights the historic decision to liberate Massawa, which was pivotal in achieving Eritrea's independence. The event featured an exhibition by the Ministries of Defense and Marine Resources, the Port Authority, and other sectors. Ms. Zainab Omar, chairperson of the Holidays Coordinating Committee, congratulated participants and commended their contributions to the event's success. Additionally, sports and general knowledge competitions were held alongside the East African Half Marathon organized by the National Athletics Federation as part of these celebrations. Switzerland has announced the termination of its development cooperation assistance to Eritrea, which was reinstated in 2017 after a decade-long suspension. The Eritrean government has consistently maintained a firm stance on self-reliance, rejecting any aid tied to conditions. The country's migration policy, which opposes forced repatriation, was a key factor in Switzerland's decision to end its support. Despite the termination of all aids, diplomatic ties remain active. Switzerland's special envoy to the Horn of Africa, Ambassador Sylvain Astier, recently completed a 5-day working visit to Eritrea, meeting with government officials and diplomats. During his visit, he engaged with Eritrean citizens, describing them as warm and welcoming. The decision to halt aid underscores the ongoing challenges in aligning national policies with international cooperation. The U.S. Embassy in Kampala has issued a security alert regarding increasing conflict in the Democratic Republic of Congo, warning that instability could impact Uganda's western border districts. U.S. citizens and other foreigners have been advised to exercise caution when traveling to these areas due to heightened security risks. Meanwhile, M23 armed group continues its advance, threatening another key town in the eastern DRC. The United Nations has warned that the risk of regional violence is at its highest level. M23 and Rwandan forces seized Goma last week and are now pushing into South Kivu, leading to mass displacement and casualties in the Minor-rich region. African leaders have urged defense chiefs to develop a plan to end the escalating conflict in the eastern DRC. Crisis talks held in Tanzania and Equatorial Guinea underscored the need for urgent action, with Tanzanian President Samia Suluhu Hassan warning that history will judge leaders who fail to address the crisis. The Eastern African Community and South African Development Community held a joint summit in Dar es Salaam today, while DRC's President Felix Tshisekedi joined via video link. President Paul Kagame, Cyril Ramaphosa, Emmerson Mnangagwa, William Ruto and Yoweri Museveni attended in person. The absence of direct discussions between Tshisekedi and Kagame, who is accused of fueling the conflict, raised conflict about potential diplomatic solution. FIFA has suspended the Congolese Football Federation following government interference in its cooperation. The dispute, which involved the dissolution of the executive committee, led to FIFA cutting off funding and barring Congolese teams from international competitions. Rofi Leamemba, commission officer, lamented the impact on young players, stating that the suspension has prevented U17 cadet players from participating in crucial qualifying matches. Israel and Hamas have completed their fifth prisoner exchange under the ongoing ceasefire agreement. Hamas released 3 Israeli captives, while Israel freed 183 Palestinian detainees. transferring them to the occupied West Bank, East Jerusalem and Gaza. The swap, which took place under the truce agreement effective since January 19, remains fragile amid rising tensions. The exchange was facilitated by the International Committee of the Red Cross. As diplomatic efforts continue, concerns grow over the long-term stability of the ceasefire, with global leaders calling for renewed peace negotiations. China has launched a search for more than 30 people after a landslide hit the southwestern Xinhua province. The landslide struck Jinping village in the city of Niban today at about 11:50 a.m. local time, this according to state broadcaster CCTV. Authorities say dozens are missing, with conditions remaining dangerous. President Xi Jinping expressed his concern and urged authorities to make every effort to search for the missing and minimize casualties, according to the official Xinhua news agency. The Ministry of Emergency Management confirmed that 2 people had been rescued while 200 others were relocated. Emergency response teams remain on site searching for survivors. Deadly crash is the third aviation disaster in the U.S. in a little over a week. The wreckage of a small plane that went missing in the United States with 10 people on board has been found with no survivors, authorities have confirmed. The United States Coast Guard in Alaska reported Friday that it had located the wreckage near Nome, about 885 kilometers northwest of Anchorage. Coast Guard spokesperson Mike Sareno stated in a news conference that 2 of its personnel had gotten close enough to the wreckage to see 3 bodies inside. Well, that concludes today's edition of Natuna News Stream. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.